What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Mike's Monday Motivation. Hopefully you survived July 4th and you're still here to hear my voice on this Monday morning. I'll tell you a little story today about why champions can't rely on recognition. I was actually talking to one of the players on MJ's coach pitch team at the end of the season. He was the best player on the field, on the team by far. You know, he's playing on all the travel ball teams, he's on all the all-star teams. Like, he's one of the best players in the league, by far the best player on our team. And at the end of every game, you know, you give out a game ball. And you give out the game ball to the person that, you know, we'll say earned it in that game. And sometimes you give the game ball to the person who is most improved. Like, there was one kid, he went the first 8 games without a hit. Just could not get a hit. He got a hit. He got the game ball to recognize his growth, his advancement. You know, and along those games, this specific player outperformed everybody else. And probably by statistics, probably earned the game ball every game. But what I told him in that moment, and I think is a really good lesson for a lot of us as champions, is people expect the best player to be the best player. People expect champions to win. People expect high performers and the champions in their life to be the high performers and champions in their life. What they don't understand in that process, how hard it is to maintain that championship level, that high performance level. And so you're not gonna get the recognition that you think you need. You're not gonna get people to go out of their way to make sure that you feel appreciated, because they just expect you to do a good job. In their mind, it's easy for you to be a champion. It's easy for you to be the best player. It's easy for you to do that. So of course you're the best. They don't know what goes into becoming that. They don't know what goes into what happens when no one's watching. They don't understand what the practice and the discipline and the daily routines and what you do and the sacrifices you make and the things you miss to maintain that status. Don't expect recognition when you're the best player on the team. When you're the highest performer in your community, and like I think I see this happen a lot, where, you know, most of our clients are the most successful business owner they know, or the most successful person in their friends group, or the wealthiest of the people, and like, they don't understand why people don't reach out to see if they're okay. They don't understand why they don't get invited places. They don't understand why people isn't ever checking on them or asking if they need help. It's because people who assign themselves as a victim or loser, or feel like they're losing in life, are not gonna go to the person who appears to be winning all the time and say, hey, what do you need help with right now? Or, hey man, great job. Or, hey man, I really see the extra effort. Like, they're just not gonna do it because they just expect it from you. The alternative is, don't be a champion. Don't be the highest performer. Don't be the best man, woman, leader that you know. And then you'll not love yourself. But if you're consistently, which is very common with high performers, is consistently looking for other people to validate their effort. That's what makes them a high performer, is they want to outperform everybody so they get recognized for it. Recognition is typically the love language of a high performer. But if you leave all of your value in the recognition, if you're constantly looking for everybody else, and you'll see it in the meeting, in the sales meeting, when someone says something they did good, and then you'll see them look around and see everybody's reacting. You'll see it, you know, at the cookout when someone's talking about what they're doing, and you'll see them look around to see everybody else is responding. This used to be me. I used to do shit just to get the recognition for it. You know, I was heavily influenced by the opinion and input of others. And it hasn't gone away completely. I've just compartmentalized it a little differently. But if you're the champion in your circle, if you're the champion of your life, if you're the higher performer, highest performer, if you're just around people that look up to you a lot, they're not going to go out of their way to recognize your efforts because they just assume it's easy for you. And honestly, there's nothing that I believe you can do to help them see how difficult it is. What happens for champions and high performers, when they are consistently able to operate at that level, other champions and high performers will recognize them. You'll get invited into different circles. You'll be invited into different parties. You'll be invited to different conversations. You'll even have access to higher level conversations you've had before, because high performers and champions recognize high performers and champions. The people around you who look up to you are not gonna be there, but other champions, other high performers, which is why it's so important to get into rooms with these people, is because even when they're losing, they know what it looks like to watch somebody else need some input. They know how hard it is to perform and outperform on a day-to-day basis. They know what it looks like to be a champion for a long time. It's hard, and it sucks. So I challenge you right now to stop looking to the people that look up to you for recognition and appreciation, and start to continue, maybe not start to, but continue to operate as a high performer and champion, And other high performers and champions that are ahead of you will look at you as somebody who's earned their ticket into the next level. That's when you see the appreciation. That's when you see the recognition. Champions recognize champions, which means that they'll tell you how you're doing a good job. They'll understand the struggles you've been through. They understand how hard it is. So don't get stuck in this, why doesn't anybody appreciate me? Why didn't I get the game ball? This, when you're the best player on the field, you are rarely going to be recognized for your efforts to the way that you feel like you deserve. But if that stops you from showing up as the champion, you will look back with a level of regret you cannot solve. You will not be able to overcome, you will not be able to manage, you will not be able to think through, you'll be stuck. So don't give up on being the champion, don't give up on being the high performer. Maintain that status for as long as you physically can, and other champions and high performers will recognize it and reach out and give you what you're looking for. But you have to earn your way to that next level. The work and the sacrifice and the willingness to do whatever is necessary no matter what is the only way to get the ticket to the next level. So look up, look out, stop looking back and down for recognition. Mostly because I just want you to be grateful for your own efforts. I want you to be happy with yourself. I want you to be blissfully dissatisfied. I want you to be somebody that you look at in the mirror and say, I am who I want to be, and I'm known for what I want to be known for, and that's enough. I don't need anybody else to tell me I'm doing a good job. I know I'm doing a good job. The only way to do that is to live up to your expectations that you have for you. And I promise there's somewhere in your life right now you probably could be doing a better job of this. So figure out where it is, analyze what's missing, go do the work to fill that gap, and continue to seek pride in yourself. Because once you have that, there isn't a piece of recognition or appreciation that'll mean as much as it used to. Your pride will be the ultimate gift, and once you have that, other high performers and high achievers and champions will recognize it in you, and you'll start to get access to some things you can't even imagine. So get out there this week, win fast, win often, for you.